Cool. So I'm gonna start at the end product. See the designs on here? Do you guys think these were done with a paintbrush? It's gonna be a no for me, dog. The lines are really consistent. Kind of looks like a tattoo. It's that single line needle kind of thing that kind of goes through, and then they're able to really fill in the blanks here. I also have this demo piece from Miss Fulton, and you can see that the colors are different. There is no shine on those eyeballs. That like really cool eyeliner, right? Doesn't reflect back to you, and there's a reason why. So what these little designs were made of, or made via, is called designer liner. And designer liner is basically like an eyeliner pen. Sorry guys, if you don't wear eye makeup. It's just this little kind of like tip out of these little bottles. This is called underglaze, and underglaze literally goes under your glazes. So if you put underglaze on your pot, it's got to be glazed over to make it shiny. So for example, this eyeliner, Fox Eyeballs, does not have glaze on it. This pot does. Does that make sense? So we're looking at two different applications of the same product with two different results. All right, you guys were just quizzed on this. What is this consistency of clay called? Boneware. Sorry, I didn't hear y'all. Boneware is clay that has no water left in it. What about this like dark gray stuff? Leather hard. This stuff is not leather hard. It's still floppy, but it's for the demo. And then we have Bisqueware. The English people in England call this biscuit. This is the biscuit, and every time it makes me laugh. So if you ever hear me calling it the biscuit, it's just because I think I'm funny. Sorry. All right. So you know the end product is this really fine designs, and I know you guys are really into 2D art as well. Y'all are in an art school, so I do, I have some high expectations for what you guys can pull out. But I will warn you that this material can really make or break your project. The reason why is because just like any liquid eyeliner, anything that you want to do details with, this wants to screw you over. This bottle is not to be trifled with, only because it could either splooge out all over your project, or it could be too chunky, and if it's too chunky coming out of the bottle, it's just going to pop right off your work. So I wanted to start with the prep. When you get your little bottle from the designer liner glaze drawer right over here, it's going to have a needle in it. It's like a little sewing needle, and that's to make sure that the designer liner does not get stuck in the plastic tip. After you take the needle out, shaky, shaky, shaky. And you want to hear it kind of like ranch dressing. Does that track with everybody? Or like a nice crema? Something, relating everything to food, sorry. And then you're gonna find a metal tip. And I have these out of the bags right now because I painstakingly cleaned all of them for you because I want you to be successful. So if you cannot see light through the tip of your little metal guy, don't use it. It needs to be cleaned. I have been using this little scorer with these tiny little wire guys, because it's the only thing I could find that really goes through the tip of this. So that's all you have to do. Clean it out, make sure it's nice and like it's gonna flow out of your little tip. And then do some practice, boys. Do some practice squiggles, see what you got. So in here, and I'll just kind of hold these up. This is kind of the consistency that you want, like icing a cake. We are not doing like 3D sculpting with this because it's just gonna fall off. Kind of like crusty icing would on a cake. So what's the texture of this clay? We're calling it leather hard for today. You can apply this stuff to leather hard. Whee! And it'll go through the first firing, and it'll be sort of permanently on this clay. The clay is going to soak up all the moisture, and it's going to be like that tattoo. You cannot get it off of your pot at this stage. You can apply it to bone dry clay, and same. It'll go on the same way. It'll soak in, and then it's on there forever because we're going to fire it. And as it fires, as it hits that 1900 degrees, it will soak up, be absorbed by the clay, and it's in there forever. On Bisqueware, on the biscuit, if you apply it here, I have a couple of colors. See, this one is not working so great. I'm going to squeeze it. Nothing's coming out. It's because of that prep. You just have to make sure that it is like ready to work. And even then, sometimes you might have to take off the top. Yeah, it's a pain, but like the results can be really worth it. If it's too thick, add water, just like your ranch dressing. It's disgusting, I know, but like, yeah. So that one I'm just gonna not use for a while because it needs some water. But on your bisqueware, you can apply it here. And at this stage, before it's fired, you can wipe it off. If you don't like what you did, you can always wipe it off here. You can wipe it off before it's fired if you make a mistake. But after it's fired, it will not be going anywhere. After it's fired and you do not add glaze on top of it, it's going to be matte. It's going to be matte, matte, matte. Not going to shine at all. And that texture is kind of hit or miss. I want you guys to feel it so you know what you're getting yourselves into, and just pass it around for me. We want glaze on our pots. Another reason being that clay can like leach out some stuff if you're not protecting it and sealing it from the inside, just like a window is going to leak if it's not sealed. It's nasty. You don't want to put that stuff in your body. So in order to get it shiny and covered up, you're going to put glaze all over that design to make sure that it has that glossy look. Some of you guys may not want it shiny, and that is a design choice. So when I say design choice, it is intentional. You are thinking about it. It may be a texture thing, it may be a visual thing. Not up to me, it is up to you. So if you do not want it shiny, do not put glaze on it. Who's done Zentangles? Anybody? So I didn't know what that word meant either. I really truly did not. Fulton had to tell me. So a Zentangle is when you're sort of like in the zone doing designs. So what we're gonna do next in the next few minutes is I'm gonna give you guys these 6 rectangle sheets, and I want you to think and then like take some action. And I want you guys to make 6 designs that you may end up putting on your pot. The only things I don't wanna see are things that are school inappropriate. That's it. If you wanna do anything, pictures, I did little ghosties. And then I've seen that like little eyeball design all over campus. There's like some in the ladies' bathroom. So I did the eyeball design, you know? Whatever sounds good. You can do flowers, you can do lines, you can do whatever the heck you want and what feels natural. And then potentially when you're at that next stage of your pot, that can be applied here. So what we're doing is just like planning for these potential use of the tools. If you don't want to use this tool and you want something a solid color with no design on it, nice. Doesn't bother me. But I did want you guys to have access and information about these. Thank you. My last thing is, if you are done using these metal tips, they need to be soaked and they need to be cleaned before they're returned. When I say I painstakingly did this for you guys, I mean it. I love you. But like leaving these tools dirty is like a big time ceramics diss to all your coworkers and friends, co-students, whatever. And that's about it. Do I have any questions? I know I went really fast, but it's because you guys need to get to work. This may be good if you have nails, so you can just kind of squeeze out of the bottle. This may be good if you have something specific that you want your pot to say. I have one that says plants. That's like carved into it. You could do plants in script. Yeah. Oh yeah, one last thing. Do not drag the tips through your wet clay. It seems like a good idea, but this is very much something you want on the surface, like you're icing a cake, cupcake, saying, you know, you did it on a congratulatory cake. And that'll do you. You can put it in some carvings. Ta-da! Any questions? Could be anything. Nice. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Kate.